Hello and welcome to the first episode of AI versus SI, where basically I want to take ChatGPT and ask them for the best formation and tactic for a team to win the Premier League. This first episode is going to be for Manchester United, and let's get into it. Now, apologies, it's a little bit bright on my face, but basically we're just going to ask ChatGPT to make us a tactic. So I'm going to say, please make me let's say a winning tactic for Football Manager 2023 for Man United. Let's go Manchester United to win the Premier League. And let's see what it says. Well, it didn't get us to plan, did it? So what it's saying here, choose the right formation. One of the most important decisions in Football Manager is choose your right formation for your team. For Manchester United, a popular and effective formation is 4-2-3-1. This formation allows you to play with two holding midfielders who can protect the defence and allow the attacking players to focus on scoring goals. Let's ask a different question. And make me a tactic for Football Manager 2023. There we go. So it's gone 4-2-3-1. It's given us our team instructions. Okay, player roles and instructions as well. So what I'm going to do, when ChatGPT is giving me the tactic, we're going to go to the tactic screen on Football Manager, and basically we're going to try and mimic the whole tactic that's here. As it says here, the tactic aims to control possession whilst also being dangerous on the counter-attack. The deep line playmakers and central defenders provide a solid base in defence, while the attacking fullbacks provide width and support in attack. The two central midfielders offer a mix of defence and attack, and the box-to-box midfielder providing energy, and the deep line playmaker acting as a regista. The attacking playmaker acts as a playmaker, obviously, looking to create chances for the inside forwards and centre forward. The inside forwards are instructed to cut inside and cause problems for the opposition defence, while the centre forward drops deep to link with the midfield and create overloads. Overall, this tactic is flexible and can be adapted depending on the opposition and the situation in the game. It aims to control possession and create chances while also being defensively solid. Thank you, ChatGPT. We're going to go and try and put this into action. See you there. Right, so we're on our tactics screen and looking at ChatGPT. Mentality is balance, but it is a 4-2-3-1, so we're just going to create our own style from scratch. 4-2-3-1. Is that what they want? Well, we can change this around. It's two defensive midfielders. We don't really want that, but we'll move it up. No. We don't want that. Go back. That's what we want. Okay. So we're going to confirm this. So it wants a balanced mentality, which we can do that. Team shape flexible. I don't know if you can do that anymore on Football Manager, but we'll have a look. So flexible. So there's nothing to do with flexible here. Passing style is shorter. So we're going to go shorter. Tempo normal. Okay. Or standard. Defensive line slightly deep. We'll follow it as it does it. So defensive line is slightly deeper. Maybe it means lower rather than much lower. Yeah, we're gonna go lower. Closing down more urgent. Where would that be? In possession? No, because that's when we've got the ball. In transition? No, or was it out of possession? Was it already there? What was it? Closing down, more urgent. There's no closing down in here. Let's trigger press. We'll go with trigger press. More urgent, more often. I don't know. Marking man to... This doesn't make any sense. How are they going to do this? Marking man to man. Okay. Offside trap, no. So we don't want to step up more, so that's fine. Not going to drop off more either. Out of possession, pressing. See, I don't think this actually makes sense to what we're doing here. Mentality is balanced, team shape is flexible, passing style is shorter, which we've done that. Slightly deeper, closing down more urgent, marking man to man, offside trap no, in possession, exploit the flanks. So we want to focus down and overlap, I'm assuming. In transition, we want to counter press. Probably counter as well. See, marking it says man to man, but I don't think we can really do that. Wow, that's probably it for that. Yeah, let's have a look. It is what it is. It's probably not as obvious from what they're saying, but we'll go with ChatGPT, so we'll see what they're doing. There's nothing regarding distributing quickly or slowing down, or the distribution type as well, so I'm assuming it's nothing there. Passing to space wasn't a thing, attacking width wasn't a thing. They just wanted it to be fluid, so we'll just stick as we are. So, on the tactics then. Goalkeeper, standard distribution, distribute to centre backs, fewer risky passes. I wonder if this is going to be in instructions here. So, fewer risky passes. Shorter passing, would that be one? Who knows? Distribute to centre backs, so that's probably going to be our play out of defence, but we'll go back to them there. So, that's our goalkeeper on defend, assuming. We will go to, is it in transition? Distribute to centre backs. Yep. Probably roll it out because that makes sense to do. Right back, full back on support duty, which it already is. Stay wider, cross from byline, fewer risky passes. So what have we got? Stay wider, yeah, got that. Cross from byline, is that a thing? Yeah, cross from byline. Fewer risky passes. Take fewer risks. Is that as simple as it was? Yep, okay. So the same is going to be for the left back position as well. Stay wider. Cross from byline, take fewer risks. Lovely stuff. Centre backs. Central defender. On defend duty, stay back, fewer risky passes. So central defender on defend, okay. So it says stay back. Don't see that being on here. But it says fewer risky passes, so yeah, we'll go with that. It says hold position, so I'm assuming that means stay back. We'll do the same here as well. Fewer risky passes. That seems pretty basic, but you know, we'll go with what they have. Now these, they were defensive midfielders, but centre mid is what they wanted. Oh no, it says defensive midfielder. One of them. So we're going to drop one down. It's more of an asymmetrical potentially now with this. Someone's playing Connect 4. Lovely. So instructions for the defensive midfielder is a deep line playmaker. Yep, on defend, cool. Hold positions there, which is good. Fewer risks. Oh no. So that doesn't quite make sense, does it? Maybe we'll leave that as it is. And tackle harder. Where's our tackling? There it is. Go with that. And now we have our central midfielder as a box-to-box midfielder. Box-to-box on support, that's all we're allowed. Move into channels, more risky, more direct. Passing, so... Move into channels, yep. More risky passing. And it says more direct passing. can't see anything regarding the directness of our passing. Oh, there we go, more direct passing. If you use your eyes, you'll see what you're looking for. Our attacking midfielder needs to be an advanced playmaker on attack duty. And what I'll do, I'll go back to the ChatGPT afterwards just to kind of implement what we've got. Let's have a look. Attack duty, roam from position is what they want. Roam from position. More risky passing and more direct passing as well. Well, that's green for that anyway. And more direct, we will go with this. Now we need right wing, left wing, both as inside forwards on attack. We'll do it both at the same time here on attack. Now the instruction for these is we have cut inside with the ball, roam from position. That's already there. Cut inside already there. Roam from position's already there. More risky passing. That's already on green, assuming that is what it is. So we'll do the same on the other side. Cut inside, roam from position, was that one? No, yes it was, yep. And more risky passing. Lovely. Now we've just got the one striker to go with now. So it's a centre forward as a deep line forward. And they want that on attack duty with moves into channels, more risky passing and more direct passing also. So moves into channels already on green, we're going to assume that. More direct and more risky passing. So that is what it's saying. Let's have a look. Bring it down. So, balanced mentality, that's what it's after. Flexible, can't do. Shorter passing style with a normal tempo, yeah. Slightly deeper line, which I think it's on there. More urgent closing down. Marking man-to-man, can't really do that, so we'll leave that as it is. Offside trappers, no. In possession, exploit the planks, exploit the flanks, and to counter press, and pressing when out of possession. So, we have balanced, shorter passing, exploit the flanks, yeah, normal / standard tempo. In transition, counter press and counter. Didn't say anything about this, distributing quickly. It did say to distribute to centre backs as the goalkeeper, so we are going to roll it out for that. And then out of possession, a lower defensive line, and the trigger is more often rather than much more often. So I think maybe we're done with there. Let me ask ChatGPT for anything else, and I'll come back. So quite simply we've asked ChatGPT, is there anything else I need to do? Yes, there are a few things you should consider when using a tactic in Football Manager. 1. Player selection. Make sure to select players who are suited to the roles and instructions in your tactic. Look for players with the right attributes and skills and consider their individual strengths and weaknesses. So I think what I'll go through now is I'll go through the squad and have a look at who can fit into each into each category here. So we'll go to our tactics. So goalkeeper on defend. I mean, David De Gea is probably going to go by role ability as well, I should say. So De Gea is number 1. Also, it's David De Gea. There's no way Tom Heaton's going to be the number 1 goalie. Tom, if you ever see this, I'm sorry. It's just the truth. Fullback. So we've got Dalot and Wan-Bissaka. So Dalot's the 3-star. Just going to go with him because he's the most comfortable in the position on the star rating there. Centre back, clearly Varane. And also, there's a lot of hate for Maguire. We're going to go with Maguire. And then left back, Luke Shaw. So pretty solid line here. 3 stars at minimum. Quite happy with that. Deep line playmaker, Casemiro would be the obvious choice here. And then the box to box. Now it's a bit difficult who we go with here. I did say I'll go with the star quality. So Bruno Fernandes is going to be our box-to-box midfielder. It wasn't support, wasn't it? I believe it was. Let me just double check. Box-to-box midfielder on support duty. Yeah. Okay, so inside forward on the right. Clearly going to be Anthony. That's fine, just like in real life. On the left, Rashford's a 4-star. We're going to trust them. And then the attacking playmaker, we're going to go with Christian Eriksen. And then the deep line forward. I mean Martial, because Rashford's on the left. If we think about it, who else can go on the left? Unless we put Jadon Sancho on the left. And then not Martial. And then we put Rashford as the striker, potentially. Yeah, I think we'll go with that. It doesn't really matter about our bench, so we're just going to get the assistant to pick the unpicked positions, which is fine. Now, the last thing I'm just going to go through, I'm just going to make sure that the coaches are looking after training, they're looking after match preparation, team talks, all that, because we're now going to go on holiday and see where it leaves us. So let's get to it. Right, well, that's sorted out. We're just going to go on holiday now. We're going to go on holiday, use current match tactics, use current team selection when possible. That's what we want. And maybe we'll break it into two. We'll come back on the 1st of January just to see how our progression is going and if it's even working. And yeah, fingers crossed that this works and we come back in the new year with some good news. So we're back in January and some interesting news. We've been sacked. Yeah, run the job centre. Clearly didn't go to plan then of what we're doing with the tactics, but we'll have a look at Man United and see what they were doing. They're 6th in the Prem. Not sure why they've sacked me. So, out of the 18 games, 8 wins, 4 draws, 6 defeats. Let's see how they got on. So started off 2-0 win against Liverpool, 3-1 win against Wolves, 3-0 win against Arsenal, lost to Brentford 2-1, and then beat Forest 2-0. So the first 5 games, that's a good start so far. I wonder why we got sacked. Man City then drew 1-1. PSV Eindhoven, we beat them 2-0. We beat Fulham 1-0. We beat Sheriff 2-1 and Aston Villa 3-0. Then we drew to Palace 1-1. Beat Hearts 3-0. Tottenham 2-2. Beat Hearts again 1-0. And this is where our kind of losses seem to come into effect here. So, second loss of the season was against Southampton. We lost that 2-1. Continued then we beat Leicester 2-1. Drew with Chelsea 1-1. We beat Sheriff 4-0. Lovely. We lost 3-2 to Bournemouth. We beat PSV. How are we looking in that group there? We won every game. Interesting. Then maybe this is why we've been sacked. So we lost to Brighton 2-1. We lost to Arsenal 2-0 in the Cup, 3rd round. It's the Cup, who cares? We lost to Newcastle 3-1. West Ham 4-2. Then we beat Everton 2-1. And we got sacked. I don't think that's fair, in all honesty. If we look at the team and how they are playing, we look at the stats, maybe just the players. Let's have a look. Selection info. What have we got? Yeah, it's not fantastic. Rashford is on 13 goals. It's been put to left wing since my sacking. Yeah, it just seems a bit meh. And Anthony's played well at right wing. I think for the sake of this, I think we're just going to take over Man United again. Yeah. let me take over again. Let me save that tactic first of all, and then we'll get to it, and we'll just sim to the end of the season to see if we can improve on the 6th place. See you then. So we're going to take over again as Man United. They're predicted to finish 6th now. Yeah, let's just have a go. I wonder if it might be interesting to maybe take over who's bottom of the league as well as a potential, just to see if this tactic is any good. If Man United have just been too picky with sacking me while we're in 6th. Right, we're going to go back to our tactics and we're going to load it up. Was it that one? No. Was it that one? No. Was it that one? It was that one. So we're going to do our team again. De Gea, number 1, clearly. Apparently Lindelof is the preferred right back now. We'll try it. We will try it. Varane. How's Maguire played? 6.96. You know, it's not the worst. We'll put him back in. Martinez as a potential left back over Luke Shaw. Sure. Let's try it. Martinez. Casemiro is at the top. Fernandez there again. Maybe we'll swap that around. Well, Sabitza's here as well, but Fernandez is the better star rating. So we'll continue with that. Anthony, Rashford, Eriksen, and Martial. We're going to go with that. Out of curiosity, who is last? Fulham's last. Maybe one to have a look at. But we're going to go on holiday again. End of the season. Let's see what we can do. Clearly smashed it in the Europe. Choose a team when possible. Use the match tactics. We're going to go to the end of May. And hopefully we won't get sacked this time. Fingers crossed. Right, so the season is over. We didn't get sacked this time, thankfully. And we have finished 4th with this tactic. Is that a success? I don't quite fully know. If we look at the kind of the season preview, as we are, tipped to finish 7th and we've finished 4th. I mean, I think that's pretty okay for the first season. I won't be continuing this into a second season, but I may continue with all the other teams with this tactic just to see how we do get on. Especially looking at Fulham, Brentford and Southampton, who all got relegated here. It might be interesting to see if we can save relegation from any of those with this tactic. If we have a look at the squads and see how they got on, kind of our best performers: Varane, quite naturally, Fernandez, De Gea, Anthony, and Rashford are our top 5 there. 51 appearances for Varane. That's a lot of game time there. It looks like Rashford got 20 goals for the season. Martial got 12 with 5 assists. Rashford got 9 assists. Looking in here as well, though, Anthony, though, 16 goals from right midfield, cutting inside. It's quite impressive there. Maybe it kind of works quite well with the inside forward positions. If we kind of look at how we got on in other competitions here, in the Europa League, knocked out the quarterfinals by Juventus. Can we see who won that? Well, it's Juventus versus Lazio in the game, but we did lose in the quarterfinals, 3-1 in aggregate. Yeah, it is what it is. In the FA Cup, we got knocked out of the 5th round by Aston Villa, and in the Carabao Cup, we got knocked out of the 3rd round by Arsenal. All in all, we didn't spend any money. Rashford top goal scorer with 14 goals. Highest average rating. Varane at 7.16. And Eriksen with 12 assists for the season. Let me know down below. Is that a success? Should we have won the league with this tactic? I'm quite happy with 4th. So this time around, we're not going to do anything. We're literally just going to go on holiday. We'll leave Football Manager to sort out what it wants to do. And we'll forward on to the end of May and let's see if it can beat our 4th place position, where we had 20 wins, 8 draws, 10 losses, and 68 points on the board. Let's head there now, and fingers crossed, we'll see who is the better one, ChatGPT or Football Manager.
But the same thing's going to happen again here now. So we've been sacked in our role as a Man United manager. How are they doing? 13th. Now, we got sacked when we were 6th position. Are they just cursed in Football Manager? I don't know. Let's I don't think what the best way to do it is. I'm probably going to add myself to the club again and forward ourselves on holiday to the end of the season. Only because I don't want to put another manager in and then a different kind of tactic take over on this kind of experiment. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add ourselves back to the club and I'll forward us on holiday to the end of May again. If we get sacked in the meantime, I'll come back and I'll update the progress that we're going through at the minute. See you then. Right, so the season's over and we have come back, and Man United have finished 7th in the league. 17 wins, 6 draws, 15 losses, with a total of 57 points. Now, clearly improved a lot since we got sacked in November, which, you know, fair play to them. If we're going to compare it to last season that we did with our tactic, we finished 4th. We had 20 wins, 8 draws, 10 losses and 68 points. So I think if you compare the two there, clearly the tactic that ChatGPT put on gave us a better performance in the league. Looking at the FA Cup, with Football Manager taking control, they finished as runners-up in the FA Cup, whereas we finished in the 5th round with our tactic, so clearly they've had a more successful season in the Cups here. In the Europa League, they didn't even qualify out of the group here, which meant they went into the Conference League and didn't even win that. However, when our tactic with ChatGPT was put in, they reached the quarter-final, was knocked out by Juventus, so I believe that from a European point of view, the ChatGPT tactic worked better. And looking at the Carabao Cup, another runner-up competition here, whereas when our ChatGPT tactic was in place, we finished in the 3rd round to Arsenal. So looking at kind of the top goal scorers here, Rashford and Bruno Fernandes was a joint top goal scorer in the league with 8 goals, where in our other save, Rashford had 14 goals in the league. Yeah, it's just very mixed bag of results here. Kind of poor in the league, but good in the cups. I don't know, up to you. Let me know down below which season was more successful. Personally, for myself, I feel like the ChatGPT tactic had more value purely from getting a Champions League spot, but let me know what you think down below.